Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. So, thank you for agreeing to do this interview. This is a very sought after interview I've wanted to do with you both. Got to get up here, Narsas. This is like the topic that people find very hard, a daughter-in-law, mother-in-law. And I'm sure everybody is keen to know. First of all, huge congratulations to you, Lavina, on your MBE. Such an honor, such a privilege. And I'm sure the community are absolutely loving you and for all the service that you do. We'd love to hear a little bit about the journey of the fitness program and how Auntie G came to join you on your morning workouts, because not everybody would do exercise, in front of other people, and most often you wouldn't. Hey, I'll do it in front of my mother-in-law.
Yeah, I was thinking the other way around. I had to convince her to join me. But yeah, I will give you a little brief intro, and I'm going to repeat a few things in case you can't hear all your questions. So I actually kicked off daily Instagram lives. I think I looked at the date. I think it was actually March the 18th. It was before everyone started going live. I think it was even before Joe Wicks started off the Amazing P with Joe. And I said to my husband, I'm going to miss the gym. Let's just start doing something. And I've got my concept of exercise snacking, which is short bouts of movement. So I kicked off a lunchtime exercise snack, and I grabbed my husband and my youngest son, Sahil, who was 12 at the time, and literally dragged them out in the garden. And I soon realized that my parents, and obviously my mummy, as I call her, mum-in-law, I actually don't call her mother-in-law, I call you mummy. So I realized that that generation were trying to get onto Instagram to obviously watch me and the family working out. And we also kicked off an evening program. So I decided to do lunchtimes and evenings. And it was a family workout. And I was really trying to cater for all ages, because I had my son, you had me and my husband. So we were showing beginner, intermediate, advanced. And I kept saying, grandparents, join in with us. But obviously Instagram was a bit of a new platform for them. And a few weeks into it, I mean, there was amazing feedback, and everyone was joining in. It was incredible. We had this virtual community going on. And then I really kind of felt like I'm not serving the elderly, and they're the ones that I started getting really worried about with the pandemic and with loneliness. And, I was missing not seeing my parents, I was missing not seeing her. And I decided to just do a few chair exercises. I did them on my own at first. I devised a whole array of exercises, from things we were doing like burpees and how I could adapt them to make them safe for the elder generation. I did a whole load of research about strength training and what was safe for them to do, which exercises I could adapt.
And did you come from a space of something specific for mummy, or did you you just wanted to do it because you
which I went on national, press about, because I was really worried about the UK Asian community being less physically active. And I think there was so many barriers, things that were lack of education, lack of awareness about exercise. And I'm very passionate about the health benefits of exercise. So things like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, osteoporosis, everything that's very common in all of our, especially Asian communities. So we basically then, my husband and I had a chat, and he said, why don't we speak to mummy and see if she'll agree to join you on the workouts. So it was my husband's idea. And he helped her. And mummy will tell you, I think, your initial reaction when I asked you.
Yeah, I said I don't want to go on camera, but my son said, Mommy, if you do it, then you will inspire other people And that is why I said, if it is helping others, then okay, I don't mind.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely beautiful, Auntie. I think well deserved for both of you then in that case. I can imagine that. Has that brought you two closer? There's a question for you.
Has it brought us closer?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, you know, she was quite shy. Like she said, she didn't want to be on camera. She went from, you know, me saying, and then I reached out to our communities. So we were both actually Shahs. So we're from a big Gujarati community, the Oshwal community. And they gave us their platform to help serve the community there. And they've got like 25,000, you know, in the UK. So I think when Mummy started seeing the feedback, people were just sending us messages, you know, from around the world, people we'd never met. And I have to thank, because the fact that she's doing it in front of people is helping with that big barrier of motivation. So she's really helping to inspire the elderly. When they see her doing these exercises, you know, I really think that helps them think, oh, if she's doing it, and she was, you know, she's just turned 73 in October, then why can't I join in?
Absolutely. I'm just going to pause for a second. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we would love to know, can you see us properly? Can you hear us okay? For me, Lavina and Auntie are a little bit fuzzy still, but my side of the picture is clear. How am I for you guys?
You're fuzzy for me, us as well.
Oh. Oh man, do I need to find some more reception then? Guys, if you can help us, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to think if I should move downstairs or is it going to make it worse? That's what I'm worried about. So I'm like, do I go and move? But I think I'm going to have to, right? So let's give this a go.
And
Go on.
If I'm on G or Wi-Fi, I'm going to just risk it and change over.
I think I might do the same.
Am I any different now?
Not really.
Oh.
Oh no!
You're better now on my end.
Yay! You're slightly better on mine. I wouldn't say too much, but slightly better. let's just keep with it. The only other thing is now to change a room. That's my next plan. That's my next exploit. Good Kashruti. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Says no, you're still a bit fuzzy. You're both fuzzy.
Fuzzy might be good after the day I've had.
You and me both. Guys, please bear with us. If we're still fuzzy, then let us know. I will attempt to move a room first then. So the question I got for you guys is, you're saying if you've got a lot more closer together, what was your relationship like? If you could share just a little bit, you know, prior to you doing the fitness stuff, how would you say your relationship was?
Do you want to answer or should I? You answer. How was our relationship before we started?
What kind of daughter-in-law was she?
Good, but we meet more now because of the workouts.
Definitely. It gives us like that reason, that proper purpose. And I think it's, you know, one of the massive positives from COVID. It's really strengthened our relationship. We always really got on. There are times that we have giggled so much. I used to tickle her and all sorts. We lived together for so many years, and she helped me bring the children up they were tiny she's always still helping us all, but from day one she's been very like active and involved, just like my father-in-law was. So, and we had a great relationship, even, you know, living together. I think there's so many taboos around you know, living family now, and you know, whether daughter-in-laws and mother-in-laws can even get on. So welcomed this conversation because I would love to break those taboos and show people that yes, you actually can get on, and why not? You know, I think of her as my mum, and I respect her the same way that I respect my mum.
Yeah.
I've never seen her any different. So I don't know if you feel the same. She's got 2 daughters, but do you feel any different?
Now 3 daughters.
Oh, and isn't that's beautiful? I think this is one of those painful subjects for some women that are going to be watching. And for other women, they'll be in a similar place as yourself, that they get on, there's some mutual understanding. What do you think it takes on both sides? Both, you know, Auntie can answer first, or you can. What do you think it takes to make the mother-daughter relationship, which has typically been thought of as, you know, there should be some friction, there should be some, you know, you can never have your mother-in-law as your mum and so forth.
Whether it is daughter-in-law, or whether it is son, or whether it is anybody else, you have to be good to everybody. You have to be kind to everybody. You give your best to everyone, and the best will come to you.
Oh, that's a beautiful sentiment there. I absolutely love that. And from your side, Lavina, would you say anything different?
Yeah, I mean, I am very lucky. I mean, I've hit the jackpot with my mother-in-law, and I know all relationships can be challenging. I mean, we've lived with each other. I think whoever you live with, you know, there's always, all relationships, you're a relationship coach. There's always going to be challenges. I think it takes a lot of give and take sometimes. I think that tolerance, you know, that respect. I think we've been brought up quite similarly with our families. We're both Shahs, but actually both our families, actually, you know, the ancestors, the grandparents knew each other, which really helped. So I do think we have quite a lot of the shared values and upbringing, which definitely helps. So I can imagine, you know, we were on complete polar opposites. Life is so challenging anyway, and then to try and sort of gel a relationship, whether you're living with them or not, it's going to be difficult. But I think respect for me, give and take, and you know, tolerate each other, because no one's perfect. You know, I put my hands up.
Yeah.
Mummy's never told me, you know, there may be times if there was anything that I've done wrong, I mean, I asked for forgiveness. But I think being open as well, and just being able to try and communicate, you know, like with any relationship.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those of you joining, I can now see you guys clearly. I hope everybody can see each other clearly, so you can all hear us and see us okay.
I feel like art.
Yeah, I can start all over again now. I'm going to stay. I'm staying standing in the landing, so you know, I'm just like, this is the best it can be right now. Don't move, don't move.
Yeah, you look beautiful and clear now.
Oh, that's brilliant. I was going to say, for those that don't know me, and I can now do a proper introduction. Yes, I'm a relationship coach, and I support women, or empower women who feel that they are going through struggles in both marriages, relationships, with family members. And funny enough, the challenges we face with our mother-in-laws, they don't happen because you've got married. They don't happen because she's interfering in my marriage. They happen because we haven't dealt with something with our own mothers. And therefore, like you were just saying there, Lavina, it is a generation thing that we find that the way a woman has been dealt, she'll deal forward. I don't know if that's true. Maybe you can help ask Auntie that question. I wonder what her mother-in-law was like with her.
Yeah, everyone is busy in their lives, and I think we should not interfere with each other's work, and let everyone go along with what they want to do.
I think but that's quite amazing. I was thinking about this on a walk just before this live, because I've had such a busy day. I hadn't had time to quite absorb, even prepare what I was going to talk about tonight. But it was literally that I am very blessed that she doesn't interfere. I mean, I moved in to the joint family. You know, it was a family of 9 of us in the end living together.
Wow.
I'm from a very small family. I just have one sibling and my parents. But I guess I went in very open mind, and I embraced it, and I loved it. I mean, I absolutely loved us living together. We had so much fun. And I'm blessed even now that, you know, we live next door to one another. I'm so lucky that she's not, you know, the typical, like, she's interfering in my life, or she's asking me every day what I'm doing, or how I have to sort of justify myself. I think I'm very lucky that she's never really done that with me.
What
And
would you, sorry, go on.
because you have daughters of your own, maybe, or I don't know. Do you think it's how she's saying, how was your mother-in-law with you?
She was okay. I like my mother-in-law also because she was very helpful, and she had lots of children to look after. So I know what she has gone through.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that helps. She's very involved, and she's always trying to care for us. She's turned to religion, obviously, after losing my dear father-in-law. And I think that's given her a sense of, you know, routine and purpose and a goal every day. She's very into our Jain religion. But the fact that maybe your mother-in-law was similar, but she's always trying to care, whether it's the typical, you know, give us food. She's just
Yeah.
scones, as I was saying, my absolute favorite food item. She's just literally just turned up and surprised me. She's never made scones before.
Oh.
In her own way, she's, you know, she's always giving. I think that's maybe something that you've, you know, one of your amazing values, which...
Yeah, you should always try to give and not expect anything in return.
Oh, Auntie, you are just being such a huge light at the moment for many people. Good evening, Bhavik. Great to have you on. If anyone's got any questions, we're talking mother-in-laws or me and my mother-in-laws, any questions that you have, any myths that need to be busted here. Obviously, I did a poll earlier and I asked people, you know, do we think that the old myth around the mother-in-law has gone away? You know, can she be like your mum, basically? And it was really somewhat not surprised, but in some ways disappointing. You know, still 70% of people that responded, and I had over you know, the best part of 50 responses that said, you know, no, your mum can never be replaced. And I think there's a misconception going on of it's not about replacing people.
I'll just say that.
Yeah, it's not about replacing people. And yeah, I'd love to get your thoughts on that, Lavina.
Yeah, I mean, literally the words, when you said the word replace, to me, it's not replacing my mum. I'm blessed that I have an incredible relationship with both. If anything, it's an extra bonus for me, right? That I've got two mums rather than just getting on with one. And I mean, I think times are changing. I think, you know, maybe when I'm going back, you know, whatever, 20 years when I moved in, living together. I think now youngsters, I think about my own children and whether they are just going to ever even dream of living as a joint family. I think things are changing so much. I think tolerance is something, let me get the words right, but I think, you know, it's just something nowadays that maybe people aren't as tolerant for some reason. I don't know, maybe you see that.
Yeah, I think there's something there around instant life, instant choices, instant gratification. And if it feels like it sometimes can be, you know, audience, by all means, please participate and help us here. You know, you're welcome to answer the question as well as me while I'm trying to figure out how to unclip. There it is, I've done it now. My hand will be a bit more steady, I hope. Unclip my wire. Yeah, I think there's that whole piece around instant gratification and instant expectation. I did this for you, so you should do this for me. And as I was writing in a post, and if I reflect back during my marital time, that was one of the things that when it was good, it was good. But when there became an accumulation of things, we start to, rightly or wrongly, we all do it. When we don't know any better, we start keeping score. We start keeping a head count of who said what, when, how. And it's that is where the real danger is, because we're not then allowing people to be people. And then we start demonizing them, as I call it, and creating them into something they're not. And that's not just done, as I say, with mum-in-laws. It's just, that's the old wives' tale of that's what, you know, is expected. But I can see it's such a beautiful relationship. Do you feel any different when you're you know, I know you're sat in front of mummy now, but do you feel any different, or do you feel treated any different when the girls are around or when other people are? And did at first you feel different?
Not at all. I think, you know, when she, just to recap what you just said, the fact that she said, don't expect anything, you know, when you give, don't expect anything in return. I think, I mean, it's hard to put into practice, but she's obviously doing that, which is why I am so lucky, you know, like everything, even the last year where I've literally been working 24/7, she has just supported me. She's never asked me. I mean, you know, she obviously sometimes says to me, I worry, and like, are you doing too much? And are you resting? I mean, it's just the typical questions that my own mum would ask, you know, like from the heart. It's not, I'm not getting that sort of, you know, tit for tat at all, like you're saying. And even from the beginning, I don't feel any different. I feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe there's just some sort of connection. We're both Shah girls, as the family calls us. Say the Shah girls rule. You know, living in a house of 9 of us, we have similar, I think, values and similar ways of life as well. We both kind of like our independence, and we both support each other when we need to. I mean, you know, like whenever I need anything, I know she's there, and you know, I hope you feel the same. Like we will, family comes first. I'm just blessed now that I'm actually, I don't think of my work even as work, but the fact that we're able to do workouts together, and she has inspired, I mean, thousands of people have joined in with us, and the fact that she's next to me and she's smiling, and it's given, you know, us a sense of purpose through this whole pandemic. The obviously exercise I go on about, you know, makes us feel good and makes us energized, but I do feel like it's given you a new look on life, something to look forward to, I hope.
I think it has really helped me, not only helping other people, but it has helped me also, because I feel very active and energetic, and I feel I can do more things now, and I don't want to miss my workouts.
Oh, Auntie, can I ask a personal question? So when you get together with friends or family, and you hear other people talking about their daughter-in-laws, what do you say? No, like, do you tell them off, or do you say, I'm blessed that I have? What do you say? You know?
You say
well, I've never thought of that, but I think you should treat them as your daughter only, and not show your superiority. Because you are elder, then if you want respect, then you should respect the younger ones also.
Yeah, I love that. So beautiful. It's such a beautiful sentiment. I think it works both ways. Yes. Certainly, you know, and unfortunately, too often we become righteous. We become so stubborn, and certainly, you know, as I say, I look back in my journey and I could see me being like that, and it, as I say, comes on top of a lot of challenges. And, you know, often, you know, some women think, well, how can you restore that relationship? And because it's not the most important one, until it becomes fragile, when, you know, relationships are about to fray with their husband or with extended family members, that people do anything about it. And often, you know, women take or assume the easy route out to be is, it's okay, I've got to hang in there until either I have a baby or we move out. I'm sure you've heard of many of those moments, Lavina, of women reached out to you during your growth. Have you seen that women have been asking you those kind of questions?
A lot. That's why I welcomed, you know, you asking me to come on and discuss this. When we first started doing the workouts, I had an influx of messages, and I mean, I apologize if I haven't got back to everyone with details, but people were just messaging me saying, oh my God, I can't believe that's your mother-in-law. Are you sure that's not your mum? And how do you have a good bond with? I wish I had this relationship with my mother-in-law. There's people still now commenting, you know, on our I guess, you know, our bond, and it's been a little bit difficult in the workouts. I've been trying to keep my distance. I mean, now she's vaccinated and we're feeling a little bit more comfortable. You know, even being this close, we haven't really, until I think it was October when I last properly hugged her. I got the on that night. I just couldn't help because, you know, she's been such a huge part of this whole journey for me. But yeah, loads of women have reached out, and I think that's why I was so keen to come on here and say, you know, it doesn't have to be that typical stigma, that taboo, especially in the Asian community, and hopefully inspire people that, you know, if our relationship works, you know, I think the tips I've said in terms of respect, tolerance, give and take. Mummy said don't expect anything in return when you're giving. She doesn't interfere in my life, which is amazing. And hopefully, I mean, I've got 3 sons, so I really hope I can do the same and
pay it forward. Yeah.
what she's taught me, because I'm going to have 3 potential daughter-in-laws that I'm going to have different relationships with, and I'm going to have to try and you know, learn from what she's taught me, I think.
That's absolutely beautiful to hear. It's just so loving watching you both, and I feel super humbled to have this opportunity to interview you both. As a kind of passing, well, leaving comment, should I say, for those of you that want to find out more about Relationship Reset and what I do, well, obviously there's a free challenge starting next week, so make sure that you jump onto my link tree. You can download the 5-day challenge on how to navigate your relationships, which is happening in a private Facebook group which starts on Sunday night. So you want to get in before Sunday to join in for the full 5 days. Lavina, I just wanted to ask, so here you are, you've got an amazing relationship with Mummy, you have been honoured as an MBE, you do so much work for the community. What next?
Oh my gosh, that's the magic question. I don't know. I never expected to be in this position in the first place. I was coming up to a year from when I kind of just kicked off my crazy, you know, exercise snack lives to where we are today. I mean, I have a goal to continue. I mean, I haven't stopped providing these free workouts, especially for the elderly, the less mobile. I did a group of disabled children. I'm getting into care homes as well. So I'm working with Alzheimer's Society. I've worked with Brain Tumor Research, a charity. I've got a passion basically to just keep giving back. And I would hope that exercise, you know, I'm trying to explain to people that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to cost anything. Let's break all the barriers, even with age and ability. She's demonstrating, and her strength has increased like tenfold, her stamina, you know, her happiness. I go on about mental health benefits of exercise, and I can see, you know, she's smiling at the end of the workout. So it makes my day. I don't know what's next. I'm going with the flow, and I'm be on this path. I think I'm just going to keep going, keep working hard, and doing what I love, basically.
Oh, and Auntie, I've got a very different question for you. If you could go back, I don't know, 10, 20 years, what would you tell, well, even more younger, but you are really young now. I just want to point that out. You look beautiful and you look young. What bit of advice would you have told yourself about either marriage or about mother-in-laws that you think would really make a difference now to people?
So what's your best advice for anyone? So if you were looking back, what's your advice to be a good mother-in-law?
Well,
or daughter-in-law,
whether you are a mother-in-law or whether you are a daughter-in-law, I think you should remove the word law, and you should see that there is God within you. Everyone see them as God within them. We all have our ups and downs, because the soul inside us is covered with our karmas. So if you do good, good will come to you. If you do bad, if you treat somebody badly, bad will come to you. So why do anything bad? Do your best. Give what you can.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much. I feel like I could sit here talking all night with you both. It's been a privilege. I know we've kept it very top line and not gone too heavy, but thank you. I really, really appreciate your love, your generosity, and both of you agreeing to spend some time with me this evening. So thank you. It's been truly an honour.
Oh, amazing. I mean, thank you to Mummy. I agree, there should be no in-laws or law in that word. I call her Mummy from day one. I actually call her Nisha. It's her first name because we're that close.
I know, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I call her Nisha as a, I don't know, it's just become our pet name. Not out of disrespect. I know she knows I do it lovingly. But Nisha is the best. I'm so blessed to have her. And if anyone wants to join, please tell your loved ones to join us every Friday at 10 o'clock. It's all free and you will see her in action. She's amazing.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait. I'll be passing this on. Those of you that missed the beginning, those of you who want to find out more, you know, can rewatch this. Please let us know what you thought of this very short and candid interview. And as I say, it was just intentional to, you know, really bring a bit of light onto the topic. And hopefully, you know, Lavina and Nisha Auntie, if I can call you that, can really, you know, be genuine living proof that you can create a relationship with your mother-in-law, and you know, it can be an abundant one, it can be a loving one, and certainly, you know, I completely resonate with the sentiments that Auntie and yourself have given, which is, you know, it's all about respect, it's all about giving, and also forgiving. You know, that there is acceptance, there's forgiveness, there's space, and there's honesty. You know, a whole load of just, when you make a mistake, put your hand up to it. You know, and that works both ways. So, you know, some simple things that we can take care of there to nurture our relationships. On that note, I'm going to leave it there, and thank you so much, Auntie, and thank you so much again, Lavina. Good night. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.
Good evening.